down to dunk.
And I'm down to dunk. I'm down to dunk.
This is J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lindy Waters, and I'm down to dunk. I'm Mike Muscala, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Kenneth Williams, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to dunk.
We say this is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
Cracklin Oat Bran?
Have you had Cracklin Oat Bran?
No,
No. Okay.
but it's healthy.
Are you a big oat brand guy?
I'm a big Oat Bran guy.
Okay.
I think I would switch it with Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, eat faster. Don't put as much in the bowl.
Do you have a gallon of milk I can also take home?
You don't have milk at home?
One cinnamon toast.
Okay.
Crunch. Yeah. Cereal is great. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1, 2, 8, 6 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam throw.
And Taylor.
Monday, looking for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday and Saturday, we chilled on slam throw. Coworker reminded me of that one.
Wow.
You guys remember that song?
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kinda. That was all the rage in 2000.
2000.
2000?
2000 is when that came out.
Really?
So you're 8?
I was 9.
Just
I was 9.
making love on Wednesday.
Like
No.
to imagine a 9-year-old
Yeah, but when you're 9,
Taylor just jamming out to that song.
oh yeah, dude, that song was everywhere.
Wow.
When you're 9, though, like that term, making love, you just think it's like you're creating love, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it is true.
True.
At 36, it is still
That's-
true.
Yeah, that's true. That's the way you look at it.
The Thunder lost to the Raptors last night. Couldn't get to 500. Can't get to 500. Won't get to 500.
I don't.
year?
Do you think they ever will? In your heart?
I think it's going to be really tough.
In my heart, I don't think they will this season.
It doesn't feel. It feels like destiny for them to remain below 500.
It feels
at
like
this
it's a 40-42 kind of season.
40 and 42. You say?
Yeah.
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 I mean, I guess it could be.
Would you put some cash behind that?
Cash money.
Cash money? I would not.
So they're at 34 and 36 currently, and they have a really tough upcoming schedule. The toughest. It's debatable because they kind of end the season kind of tough, but this is probably their toughest stretch. They play Phoenix on Sunday.
When you say tough, do you mean like tough? That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like, ugh, this is kind of tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they play the Suns on Sunday.
Sunday.
Baby playing songs on Sunday.
At 2:30 p.m. 2:30
Wow.
p.m. tip.
Dennis' favorite time.
That's right. It's the best time to go to the dentist, but not on a Sunday.
No.
I don't think they work on.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they work on Mondays.
Mondays.
Monday.
Dennis don't work on Mondays.
Going to the dentist on okay.
Tuesday.
They play the Clippers twice, so they play them on Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Those are big time games. Then they play the Lakers on Friday in a back-to-back. And I can promise you that Shea's not playing on Friday against the Lakers just because he's not playing back-to-backs. So that makes it even tougher
Dang.
for them. Then they play on Sunday again against the Portland Trailblazers. So that's their toughest stretch right there. Any predictions on how they'll play and what their potential record could be? Let us know in the chat as well. We've got people here in the chat early this morning.
In the chat. I don't know. The Clippers have looked a little bit better lately. They beat the Warriors on Wednesday. I don't know. This is gonna be a rough one.
I bet we win 2 of the 5.
2 of the 5.
2 of the 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Dang it. We're not getting to 40 then.
I think that's fair. But then it lightens up quite a bit. They play so Portland stinks. Yeah. They can beat Portland. They play Charlotte, Detroit, Indy.
I mean, here's the thing.
Three in a row.
This team could beat any of these teams.
They could win they could win 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
You know, they could beat the Clippers twice. They beat the Clippers twice earlier this season.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they could sweep.
They got sweep.
Season sweep.
They could sweep. They could lose all 5. Who knows?
We got their number.
We do have their number.
And then they finish the season: Phoenix, Golden State, Utah, Memphis.
Yeah.
And this season is just so unusual because a lot of times teams like Golden State will be resting, but I mean, Golden State's probably not resting that game. They're probably fighting to stay in the 6th seed, which they are currently, to keep like Dallas and Minnesota. I mean, even the Lakers are like fighting for that 6th seed at this point. So I would guess that they're actually going to be playing unless they're trying to maneuver themselves to a better playoff matchup. But right now that's
so right now we're based on what I'm looking at right there. We are in the play-in.
Right now they're in the play-in.
I wonder if we get into the play-in. I wonder if we do.
What do you predict? I still think they're going to be on the outside looking in. I just had hoped that Portland would get it together, but they've lost 4 in a row right now. Their defense is just abysmal, just absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to because our last 2 games is Utah and the Grizzlies.
Yes,
I think it's going to come down if we win those 2
Utah
games.
Game.
If we win those 2 games, we get in, and if we lose those 2 games, we're out. And if we lose one of those games, we're out. Like those 2 games are gonna be very important.
It could just come down to just the Utah game. Really, I don't know what Utah's schedule looks like.
They'll be Utah's won some games recently, but I think they want to lose.
But who do you think, if the Thunder's going to be on the outside looking in, who do you think makes it in then?
I mean, I had been predicting the Blazers, but I can't do that now.
Yeah.
New Orleans, maybe.
Well, we play them too. We got some important games.
I know. New Orleans, they can't stay healthy.
Then based on what you're saying, by the reasons you're giving, we're making it.
Yeah.
We're making it into the play.
You're doing some good listening, man.
Because this doesn't say you're not confident in anyone else.
I'm not confident. I'm not confident in any of these other teams.
So why aren't you confident in the team of the city in which you live?
I guess maybe it's wishful thinking. I guess
maybe you're trying to what's it called?
Dream scenario myself into them not getting in. So they can. But at this point, I mean, let's take a look at Tankathon, which is something that I haven't done in a little bit.
Tankathon.
Right now they would be picking 12, and if they were to somehow have New Orleans and Utah jump them, they'd still be 10.
Mm-hmm.
And even,
still in the sweet spot though.
Run one more.
Andy.
Come on, run one more.
Yeah. We can run a simulation here and see what happens.
Simulation.
They're 12th. But Indiana jumps to 1st and Charlotte 2nd, San Antonio 3rd, Houston 4th, Detroit 5th.
Oh my gosh. Did you say Indiana 1st?
Yeah.
Wow, good for them.
They made a big jump.
Big jump for Indy.
We just jumped in my second spin. We just jumped to 2nd.
Wow.
Boom.
So there could be the dream scenarios that they make the play-in, lose the play-in, get in the lottery, jump up,
Uh-huh.
and get Scoot Henderson.
We just did it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We just did it.
Congratulations.
There's people that are thinking that Brandon Miller could be the second pick overall.
Yeah. What's up with
No,
that?
people are just
So-
trying to find some way to talk about this.
This happens every year. Every single year, there's some guy.
You know what? They absolutely jinxed Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Because in the tournament game yesterday, you know how many points he scored?
No.
Guess.
5.
5?
Yeah. 8?
0.
I thought it
None.
was 0.
None.
0. He was 0 of 5 from the field.
That's a crap sandwich.
0 of 3 from 3. They,
5 shots.
That's what we call a turd burger.
they still won. Hey, there's your number 2 pick, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Couldn't score against Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Jeez.
Oh.
Come on.
Just wasn't his day. But I believe
They still
that
beat Corpus Christi.
they beat Corpus Christi.
They couldn't even score on Texas A&M Corpus Christi. It's not even Corpus Christi.
That's Captain Crunch's cousin.
Ah,
I'm Corporal Crispy.
Corporal.
Corporal Christi.
You find my cereal on the bottom shelf.
Oh boy.
It absorbs no liquid. Don't even bother putting it
We're in a
in
big
milk.
plastic bag the size of dog food.
So the Thunder currently sit at 10th in net rating in the NBA. Better than the Nets, Bulls, Raptors, who they lost to, Pelicans, Warriors, Mavericks.
Top 10. Top 10, right?
Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10.
I mean,
That's
there's
the
no
top-
reason if that team, if they've maintained that net rating all season long, that should be a team that should at least make the play-in. Andrew,
Yeah, I mean, let's look back and see. Did any top 10 team not make the play in the last like 5?
Yeah.
Like, how many years have they had the play in? 3
Did
years? 4
Bubbles-
years?
when did it start? Did it start in the bubble?
Oh, gosh. It's way too early to be having like actual thoughts.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause I don't think it's
but
happened.
first,
Let's talk about our Captain Crispy.
The crispiest cereal on the sea.
Yeah.
It's so crispy, it'll cut ya.
The play-in tournament. Yeah, let's just 2021. Okay, so it has been going on for very long, obviously, and I don't think that it's happened. So last year, 10th in net rating was the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they obviously were in the actual playoffs. They played a playoff series against Memphis.
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 Meepus.
And then the year before that, the Mavericks were 10th. They were obviously in. The Knicks, with this was their good season, were in. Lakers, Nets, Nuggets, Sixers, Bucks, Suns, Clippers,
Mhm.
Jazz. So yeah, this would be the first year. We can even go back to like teams making the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
is there a top 10 team that didn't make the playoffs? So like the Thunder themselves were 10th in net rating in 18-19. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's, and this is probably the worst record that anybody's had at this point
With that has a top 10
that has a top 10 net,
net
rating.
rating. Yeah.
Because like their net rating is plus 1.4, and I mean, you're like 10th last year was plus 2.7. 10th the year before was a plus 2. So they're not a typical team in 10th either.
Mhm.
Philly was a plus 2 at 10th. Yeah, I mean, OKC was a plus 3.4.
Wow.
We're making
When they
the
were
play
10th.
in.
Yeah, we're making.
You
the
heard it
play-in,
here
Andrew.
first, folks.
And yeah, they're
And you know what? You don't have to. They probably won't even have to have a 500 record to make the play.
I don't know. I mean, they're not going to have a 500 record to get into the play-in. No.
Then there we go.
Yeah. You're 40-42. Makes the play in.
This
Yeah.
is like in the around 2011, 12, 13 when the 6, 7, 8 seed in the East were like finished the season with 36 wins.
Yeah. I mean, Washington is currently in 10th in the East and they're 32 and 37.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington is terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're a fun team, but they have a negative point differential. Right now, in the West, there's only 2 teams that have a negative point differential that are in the play-in. Can you name those teams?
I'm looking at it, so I'm cheating.
Oh.
So it's up to you.
Well, they're in the play-in.
They're in the play-in. There's 4 teams in the play-in.
Minnesota?
Minnesota is one of them. Very good. Negative 0.1.
And
Yeah.
Lakers?
Lakers. Wow. Taylor got it right away. Very good. Negative 0.4. The only other team that has a positive point differential that's outside looking in is the Pelicans at a plus 0.4. And the Thunder are a plus 1.5.
Wow.
Which gives them the 5th best point differential in the Western Conference.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It would honestly be pretty unusual for a team that has like all these stats to actually miss.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, let's just look the last 15 games for the Thunder. They have the 6th best defense in the last 15 games in the NBA, and their offense is 16th. It's good for 9th in net rating, which is still about where they've been. It's
Yeah.
a much better number at plus 2.7, but they still are just kind of hovering around where they are, which is kind of wild to me. So it's going to be a very interesting finish. Part of the reason that they could really make it is that like the Jazz don't want to make it. New Orleans is too injured to make it. And then Portland, gosh, what in the world is going on with this Portland Trailblazers team? Like, I just don't quite get how they've been so bad. They lost to the Knicks the other night. The Knicks have been good. But
this is one of the most positive Damian Lillard seasons as far as like PR goes too.
yeah,
Like he's had a couple interviews this year that have been really positively received, and everyone's like, wow, this guy is legit. This guy's the best.
Yeah.
And this is one of the worst teams. Is this a worst season that Portland has had in which Dame has not been injured for a lot of it?
I mean, most likely, yes. I mean, they're 31 and 38.
Yeah.
And they thought they were like pivoting into something great
Mm-hmm.
this year. And you look at the roster, like the roster's fine for the most part, but
I mean, Jeremy Grant has been not good.
Jeremy Grant's been good.
Last week or so?
Jeremy Grant's not playing right now,
Told you.
which is not good to your credit.
Technically, Taylor's right.
He's had a good season though. They got Nurkic back. I mean, the part of the problem is like, man, they're playing Cam Reddish 20 minutes a night. Like, what are they doing? They started him minutes. To me, that sounds like a Chauncey Billups problem.
Yeah.
Because if you're bringing in Cam Reddish, and like he's a specimen, like he's 6'9",
Spacey man.
he is somebody that has like the respect of his peers because of the way that he played when he was in high school. Like everybody talked about, oh, Cam Reddish, he's going to be a great NBA player, and he's just not any good. And they play him a lot, and I think that's a problem. I think that's a big problem. Speaking of somebody playing, Poku playing in the G League.
Poku had a couple highlights.
Yeah,
Back.
he's coming back. You guys
Coming back right on time for the play-in.
Poku starting in the
Playing
No.
Poku.
playing Poku. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
He's gonna be.
So he's going to be given 5 minutes, and then they're not going to be able to play him anymore.
Depends on who it is. Okay, so let's like fully jinx this. Let's just go all in. And
Let's just go for it.
let's just jinx this thing. Who is the play-in matchup? Let's say it's these 4 teams that make it, which seems plausible right now.
So then,
Minnesota, Dallas, Lakers, Of those three teams,
So if it's today, it would be against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Correct?
Timberwolves.
Correct?
Yes, correct.
So who would you want them to play though?
I would want them to play Minnesota.
With
Over the Lakers.
is John not playing?
Jaw's gonna play. I mean, Jaw plays for the Grizzlies.
Memphis.
Oh,
You're thinking
oh,
Memphis.
oh.
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd want. I told you I know who I don't want to play. Actually, wrong. I know who I do want to play. Dallas.
Why?
You do want to play
No,
Dallas.
I do want to play
No.
Dallas.
No.
It's a fun rivalry.
I would want to play Dallas just to drive down to the game.
It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun rivalry.
If you wanted to go to the game, then that would be fun.
It's a game you could go to.
I don't
You
want
could
to play
drive.
Dallas. I want to play Minnesota.
Yeah, if you have a healthy Luka and a healthy Kyrie, you're getting.
In one game,
But also, their defense super duper sucks.
yeah. I just hate Minnesota so much. I just want to beat them and embarrass them.
Yeah. What do you hate about this current team?
I just hate them, and I want Ant to not be on the team.
Wow.
I just want to save Ant.
Okay. Better record than Thunder.
That's fine. I just don't like them
You jealous?
at all.
Jealous?
He's jealous.
I'm
You're
jealous
jealous.
of their record. They're 500.
They're
Yeah.
500.
You're not getting,
We can't get 500.
You're-
Why do they get it?
You're
They-
not getting pinched today because you're green with envy.
What?
So jealous of Minnesota.
Yeah, if they would have won last night, they would be in ninth, tied with the Mavericks and Timberwolves currently. So it's going to switch around a lot. I think I would rather just play the Lakers.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't. Why?
I just don't think they're good.
Why?
I just think they can beat that team. I mean, they're
Yeah.
starting. If they start
I just-
D'Angelo Russell,
Yeah.
because
you better believe they're going to beat that
This
team.
is what I don't want.
'Cause the
I don't
plan-
want Austin Reeves to score 24 points on us in the play-in and we lose to the Lakers and we lose to Austin Reeves.
Well, you just jinxed it. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's called the
yeah,
jinx.
I just don't want that at all.
That wouldn't happen.
It will happen.
Shea always plays really well in LA too,
That's true.
on that Lakers court.
That's true.
Remember, he hit that three from the L to give them the L. That
Yeah.
was last year.
I think that was
beginning of last year.
was that the first real I'm him
Yeah, that was the I am him game.
game. Okay.
What does that bowler say when he bowls and does? It's like, it's
Who do you think you are?
I am. That was that game for Shay.
Yep.
Who
it
do you
was.
think you are? I am.
I read something about that. Something popped up on Twitter that was like an interview with that bowler, and he was talking about how in the 80s and 90s he like was just on cocaine all the time and hadn't slept for 48 hours and bowled like one of the best games of his life. He's a legend.
And it's a sick underworld of bowling.
Yeah.
Great Babe in the chat says, I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Sam Vecini's most recent podcast, they were talking about J-Dub and comps for J-Dub.
I didn't see this.
And Vecini said that his comp is Luca light because of the way that he's so physical and can get to basically any shot. And then his guest yesterday said that he thinks of a combination of two players, the combination of Jaylen Brown and Jimmy Butler, which sounds pretty cool.
That does sound really cool.
It's high praise.
It's very.
I
high
can
praise.
see the Jaylen Brown thing a lot now that you say that. I hadn't thought of that, but I can see that.
Yeah,
Like getting to the spot in the mid range.
yeah. There's definitely some elements of Jaylen Brown's game. He is already a lot better ball handler than Jaylen
Yeah.
has ever been.
Yeah.
Jaylen turns the ball over just in dumbfounding ways at times because he just doesn't have a great handle. But yeah, the kinds of shots that he takes.
Mm-hmm. He's just got. I understand the Luka thing too because he has everything.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
he has every way to score the ball, and when he's going at the rim when he's attacking, he's so good at using his body, maneuvering his body to
Yeah.
keep the other player away.
it's definitely more like a power thing too, in the way that it's with Luca. It's more of a power.
Yeah.
Like his moves are more like power oriented than they are like athleticism, like getting by you, or like
Yeah.
Shea, where he's just like elusive.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, like you're not stopping me.
So if we were to compare him to a Mario Tennis player, he'd be like a Wario.
He'd be more of a Wario.
It's power,
Yeah.
Yes.
That is kind of
not a paratrooper technique
par.
or boo technique.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely not.
Boo.
Definitely more Wario.
Par.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. We keep talking about it, but there's still something that's not like settling in with me
Yeah.
as far as really accepting how good J-Dub really is, and can be.
Yeah.
It's hard to accept.
Yeah. Oh, T Cougs is right. They play 7 and 8 play, which would be the late 7 and 8 play and 9 and 10 play. 9 and 10 is just eliminated.
Oh.
7 and 8 is that the loser goes on to play 9-10. The winner. So that you have to win
that's
twice.
right. That's right.
You have to win twice.
So it's a play-in.
So they would play the
Yeah.
Lakers in game 1, then they'd have to win another one
Yeah.
to get in.
Wow.
'Cause that was Bird Night last year. The Pelicans beat the Clippers.
Bird night.
Bird Night. And it made what made it Bird Night. For those that if you hear people talk about Bird Night and you're like, what in the world are they talking about? The Pelicans beat the Clippers on Bird Night to make the Clippers pick 12th and not 15th, which they may have not gotten J-Dub
Mm.
had that not happened.
Wow.
So Bird Night.
Bird night. You said to make the Clippers pick 12th and not 15th.
Yeah, the Clippers pick.
Yeah.
Which the Thunder owned.
Ah,
I'm explaining Bird Night to you as well.
you are.
It's been a while. It's early,
It has been a while, and it is very early.
but that's lore. That's down to dunk lore.
It is. It is without a doubt. Yeah.
That's canon.
Oh, it's canon.
Thanks, TQ.
Lore is canon.
Mm. Thank you. I'm getting a lot explained to me today.
I think all lore is canon.
Is it?
I think so.
Anyways, you were saying that's not sinking in for you.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it is. I think I'm having a hard time accepting it because all that this reminds me of, right? Like the context that I have to compare this team to is that first really good team.
Yeah.
KD, James, Russ, Serge.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared of these players getting too good too young. And then I'm scared of all the external, because that's what it is it's people in your ear, your agents, other teams, other players telling you.
Would you
"Dude,
rather
what
them
are you
just
doing?"
not be that good?
I know that's the problem. I want them to be that good. I
Here's-
just get scared. I'm insecure.
Here's the thing: for so long, we've been telling ourselves, this next run won't compare to the first one.
Yeah.
There's no way it does, and that's still probably true. Just because I don't think they have a talent like Kevin Durant on the team
Yet.
but I do believe that they have talent equivalent to like a Westbrook Harden on the roster.
Definitely.
I think like SGA and J-Dub are like going to be Westbrook Harden level players in the NBA.
And that's the thing with J-Dub specifically that scares me is his role right now is kind of that Harden role, right? Sometimes he starts and sometimes he's like he kind of feels like the sixth man coming off the bench. I know he starts a lot. I know that.
Well, he
just
starts.
can't help.
Like, period. He starts.
He starts. I just can't help but see the way he's used offensively and like compare him to Harden.
Yeah.
In those first years.
Well, switching channels brings up that because J-Dub was 21 and had 3 years in college, it's hard to know how much more growth he has before he hits the ceiling. Here's the thing about it is any time that he's increased his usage, his numbers don't hurt because of that. Like his efficiency doesn't hurt. And he's got room to grow. We have a question coming up about it. But I think he's got a lot of room to grow. He's an incredibly intelligent player. He can get wherever he wants on the court. He's played all 5 positions this season. Like whether that be backup point guard or point guard whenever Shea's out. He's played small ball center in this recent little stretch. incredibly intelligent. I think he has a lot of room to grow. I think that that's like can be a misnomer at times. He kind of came out of nowhere in the draft process in this past year, but I don't think it means that he doesn't have like a ceiling or growth. I think that he's got a lot of it just because of the way that he works, and just his game is so scalable. That's the difference between he and Giddey. Like Giddey's really tough to project because it's like how scalable is a 6'8" point guard that's his main two skills are rebounding and passing, and then he's got really nice touch and like the floater range. Like what how do I like what's the comp for that? It's harder to come up with a comp for him because there just hasn't been that many guys like that before. So we just don't really know. With a guy like J-Dub, there's been tons of players just like him, and they're all all-star level players.
Yeah.
And they're all franchise level players. So that's who he's going to be. I just don't think that it's that far-fetched. I think that it's pretty simple to see. I think he's been the second best rookie in this class. I think over the last, if you took out the first 2 months of the season, he's been the best rookie in this class. Yeah. I think Paolo just had such a big head start. I mean, you look at all like the betting odds, like Paolo's so far and away the favorite, and I think he's going to win it just because people can't get it out of their brains. And it's not like he's been bad in this stretch. He's just been super duper inefficient. But I think that when you're the second best player in the class and you're crazy efficient and you can play any position you want, this is a star.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Thunder we've been kind of like, okay, who's the Thunder's second star? Well, right now it's Jalen Williams. He's their second star. And we'll see if Chet can be their third next year. And it may take longer for him to develop, but I have a feeling that it won't. And that next year could be very surprising and eye-opening for a lot of people just because having Shea, J-Dub, and Chet as your trio. And then who knows with Giddey as well. So I think Giddey's got that upside as well. It's just harder to see, like I said. But this team is going to get good really fast, and a lot of it is because Jalen Williams is who he is.
Yeah. The other night, it wasn't last night. Anyway, it was the other night, and you can kind of tell how good your younger players are developing and how good they really are based on how the star treats them on the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how the coach sets up offensive plays. But it was in the fourth quarter. Shea was bringing up the ball, and J-Dub was, 7 feet away from the three-point line, just in space with his guy kind of laying off him a little bit. And Shea gave him the ball and walked away to the other side of the court.
Yeah.
And everyone cleared out.
Yeah.
For J-Dub. And then he went and he scored or got fouled or something. But it was like, okay, it's moments like that you really see. This is how the team and the star think.
These guys know.
Yeah.
These guys know how good he is and believe that he is that guy already too.
And he's starting to play like that too. I mean, I know like offensively, the first 2-3 months of the season, for sure the first 2 months of the season, he was just trying to figure out like, okay, how does my offensive game work in the NBA? Because he clearly had it in college, did everything.
Yeah.
And it just took him a minute to figure it out. And it's just, he can already kind of do whatever he wants.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They have their second star.
Yeah.
He's in pocket right now. It's kind of crazy to think about.
And they also got Poku waiting in the wings.
Now got Poku waiting in the wings. Gosh, I love Poku so much. I cannot wait for him to play in a Thunder uniform again. Cannot wait. Okay, let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to hit Tayshawn's Factoid Victory.
Let's do Luke's. I need to get something ready.
And we're back after that quick break. We're actually going to move into some advice from the Yellow Man.
Yes, I have some advice to give out. And this is advice for Brett, who wants to know, how do I tell my girlfriend's family that I'm not helping with the garage sale, even though I've fully committed to being there? They are very serious about this garage sale, and I want no part of it. I've thought about this, and there's one way, surefire way to get out of the garage sale. he has to give himself food poisoning the night
I
before.
was about to say he's got to get sick.
He has to get sick.
Yeah.
And he has to be, and his girlfriend has to see him violently barfing and pooping all night long.
Yeah.
Because then she can go and be like, guys, he can't make it. He got food poisoning.
Yeah.
He was up all night barfing. And is it worth
Barfing
it?
and pooping.
Barfing and pooping.
Yeah.
And is it if you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah. Otherwise, if you're serious about this girl, you got to go help the
Sounds
garage
like
sale.
you've got to go to the garage
If
sale.
they're that serious about it, you've got to
Yeah.
go help.
You lock because as a boyfriend, a garage sale, you messed up getting to this point. You said I'm busy.
You
can't
could,
go,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
you
don't
could have had an
anything to do."
excuse. Yeah,
Yeah, you could have
something
gotten
on your
this out of-
schedule.
You could
now
have gotten out of this months ago.
yeah, you're out of the schedule.
But when
zone.
you've been committed to this for a long time and haven't said I'm not going to the garage sale, you're there unless you find. But you've really got to. I mean, you've got to put yourself through some pain.
Yeah, I can. That's going to be really boring if you go, and it's going to be awkward depending on your relationship with your girlfriend's
Here's the
family.
thing. Bring some stuff of your own to sell. Garage sales are fun when you're making money. Bring some of your own things.
That's true. Would her family be upset if you brought stuff like old game consoles,
yeah.
whatever you got in there?
I think garage sales can be fun.
I think they can be fun.
I
They
do
can
too.
be fun.
If you're just going and hanging out at somebody else's garage sale, though, and you're not making any money, that's terrible. When I first read this message, Luke, I thought, like this morning I woke up and I was remembering the message, and I thought it was in-laws. I was like, okay, I mean, I get when we get out of in-laws, but girlfriend, family
Here's what
is
I
a
say.
different relationship.
Work the register. Be
Here-
working.
okay, Great Babe has some interesting advice to kind of sabotage his time in order to get him what he wants. So Great Babe says, act like you literally have no clue how to price things and go way under. Pick up something that you know her parents like a lot and just sell it for $1.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if
And then
that-
they will not want you near.
And
their
then they'll
stuff.
think you're an idiot. And then when you like want to get married or move on with this girl, then like it's going to cause more problems. See, there's too many variables. You just can't go. You can't go.
Or you just go and try to sell your own stuff, or you
Yeah.
just
Just-
hang out,
Just eat some raw chicken.
or just go get yourself some awesome snacks and just hang out.
Yeah. I don't know. He should go. I get it.
Just get yourself some snacks, man.
What snack are you bringing? Snack for the whole garage sale.
Dude, I don't know. Who cares? I mean, maybe some shell peanuts. You can just shell peanuts all day.
Oh, there's just peanut everywhere.
Yeah. And then they're like, hey, let's make up his girlfriend's name, Elvira. Hey, Elvira, your guy is just
You're
freaking getting peanut
there's-
shells everywhere.
There's peanut shells everywhere.
You could,
Get these. They're all over the clothes. No one
There's
wants to
peanut
buy
shells.
you could have a trash can.
Your
then
boyfriend.
he's the guy just breaking up peanuts all
Yeah,
day, not
it's
helping out.
Yeah, it's an activity while you're having a snack. If he's bored,
pistachios.
pistachios too. Who cares?
Okay, maybe I would say a bag of. Have you ever had Chex Mix Muddy Buddies?
Yeah,
Bring that. It's good.
you should make your own. It's
Yeah,
not
just
that,
make puppy
not
chow.
that not that hard to make, and it's way better than the Muddy Buddy.
It is
But-
so much better.
But it's so easy to walk to a gas station and buy it.
Yeah, but the amount of how much better it is when you make it at home versus the Muddy Buddies.
Yeah, it's night and
It's
day.
it's at least 45% better.
Here's the other thing that he can do to if he's at the garage sale and he's there, but
Yeah.
he can be the guy. Oh, does anyone want me to run to Sonic to get us Sonic drinks? Want me to run to Starbucks to get
Yeah,
us
he could be
Starbucks
that
drinks?
guy.
You want me to run to somewhere get us a pizza?
Yeah.
Be the errand runner, so you're
Yeah.
really not there a lot, and you still are helping.
You could be that guy. Here's the deal. You're either sick or you're going to the garage sale.
Yeah, and if you go to the garage sale, that's just too much time. How long is a garage sale? It could be all day.
It's one day.
They start.
Quit being a
problem-
baby.
it's
The
just-
problem is
Quit being a
that-
baby.
The
That's
problem
what-
is they start early.
Oh.
It's your full Saturday, but you need to have audible vomit and pooping.
it's got to be. Yeah,
They have to be hearing.
It's got to be significant. You have to have significant evidence.
Yeah.
I'm too concerned about this guy's reputation.
then he just needs to go. And he just needs to just
See, I just think he doesn't need to go because if you go, a garage sale that's just too much time of kind of sitting around, and there's too many different things you can get judged for
Yeah,
by
but
the
you're-
girl's family.
But you're not doing anything. You're just sitting around. You're sitting around.
That
doing
might be
nothing.
the problem. Like he's not doing anything over there. What's the point? What's this
That's why
guy?
he
He's
needs to
lazy
go
boyfriend.
Get Sonic drinks and Starbucks drinks all day long.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
or
know.
he just needs to find some food poisoning.
I don't know. I
Hey,
just
John's
bad
back
feeling.
to it bigger in victory. Take John's back to it bigger in victory.
I'm telling you, my video. Happy St. Patrick's Day, boys.
Hey, thanks.
Nobody's getting pinched here.
Nope. Not doing it. Won't do it.
Green, green, green.
don't you dare, because if you pinch me, I'm going to pinch you right back. I'm wearing green.
Yeah.
Is there a penalty for pinching someone who is wearing green?
You getting pinched back?
Yeah. Death.
Death.
In Ireland? Death.
Yeah.
A flogging. Tar and feathering. Okay, that has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. I want to talk
Okay.
about Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
Lonzo Ball, third knee surgery.
It's a
And
bummer.
He's expected to be out for most of next season.
Next season, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's very depressing, isn't
not good. That is depressing.
it? Have you guys had any? What's the worst injuries you guys have had?
This is a terrible one.
Is it? Okay.
What's the worst injury?
Here
Okay.
you go. What's the most depressed you've ever been?
That's what I thought you were gonna ask.
I can give. It's not the worst. It's not the worst injury, but it's the worst surgery I ever had to have.
Yeah.
I had a receding gum line on my bottom teeth,
Oh boy.
and they had to go. It was my senior year of spring break. It didn't go on spring break. I went and had this
How
surgery.
did you have?
They went to the top of my mouth and cut a chunk of gums off, and then put it right there
Oh,
to reinforce the gums so that they can't recede anymore.
not a lot of things make me like squirm.
yeah,
It was
that's
terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It was terrible. Andrew came and visited me. It was terrible.
It's true.
I slept all spring break. That was awesome.
He did. Yeah.
Did it hurt? Like
My breath was terrible.
see, that's the part that's just
Couldn't brush.
Couldn't brush.
like
Couldn't brush for
old-
days.
Old, flesh in your mouth.
Oh, real old.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's pretty bad.
God, that makes me want to vomit.
But it took. It worked.
I've never really had a terrible injury.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
nothing.
never been anything that's sidelined you in life.
I mean, I sprained my knee really bad once.
Have you
But-
not broken a bone or?
Mm-mm.
I mean, you had your kidney taken out.
Yeah, but that's not an injury.
Yeah, that was a choice.
So
That was a
it's choice.
decision
It
made.
It was a decision made. Yeah, I mean that had me sidelined for like 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
You hurt yourself?
Jeez.
You
All the
injuries?
time.
Injury?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the most depressing one was. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah.
You didn't get your wisdom teeth taken out?
Yeah, but that's not any
I
big
got mine
deal.
out. Got mine
I don't
out.
know. It kind of was for me. I couldn't like eat. I just didn't like being able to not eat stuff for
Yeah.
a while.
I don't know. I thought it was great. I could just play video games and do nothing for a few days.
Hmm.
It was actually the best time.
Really?
Yeah, I would if I get my wisdom teeth out, once a month I would do it.
There's some.
What
Wow.
are you talking
There
about?
are some people that get wisdom teeth and they're the next day they're up and around.
I
just
was
walking.
was doing great. I had pain meds and video games. It was a
Yeah.
great few days.
I was gonna say,
man,
Luke,
those-
those people that get their wisdom teeth out and they're up and good the next day, that's called drugs.
That sounds sounds awesome. Doing drugs, and playing video games. Sounds great.
I broke my I've broken my arm a lot on
A
my
lot?
left arm when I was young. I
How
was
many
just
times?
Always breaking my arm. I think 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, always my left arm. Something on my left
Where
arm.
on your left arm?
Wrist, elbow, collarbone, and then shoulder. And I think I broke my pinky once. But like
Wow.
it was one of those where I don't know if I broke it or not. Also, I broke my pinky toe on a trampoline. You know when they have the net,
Yeah,
and I was running around in a circle, and my toe got caught in the net.
in the net.
Yeah,
In the net that's supposed to be safer.
it's supposed to be
Wow.
safety,
That
isn't it?
wow. That says something about society. I think I broke my toe, but I don't really know.
That's the thing about toes. You don't really know, and there's
I
nothing
was-
they can do.
I was
turned
walking
purple?
it turned purple. I was walking at the at the beach on one of my last vacations, and there was 2 fly honeys walking past me, and I was checking them out, not looking where I was going, and just kicked the crap out of a rock with my pinky toe.
Dude, you must have been really scoping.
I was scoping.
Did you yell or anything?
I just went,
You're
"Ugh!"
like, damn you, fly honeys.
no, but I was just
You
it
done
hurt.
to me.
It hurt.
Oh
Wow.
man, my my dad, he wasn't that emotional growing up, except when he would stub his toe. And he'd stub his toe, and it was like the whole house was falling down.
Dag nabbit.
Son of a veins popping out. I get it.
That was a really good one. Oh, nice. Now it's time for some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions. You got questions and you ask them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it. All right, our first Twitter question comes from @405fan, who wants to know, why is J-Dub still consistently shooting the same or less shots as Giddey and Dort? And why did he spend most of the fourth quarter tonight in the corner with Giddey attacking and losing it?
Yeah, I mean, the truth about this season and why I still think that there's a chance they don't make the play-in is that the goal is still development and seeing what this team is, largely. And so there will be nights where it is J-Dub's turn to do that. They want to see how Giddey can attack in space too. And so there's not like a specific game plan every night geared toward winning only. There's still a lot of development to be had here. And I think that's part of this. I also think that eventually there's going to be some kind of like shot reckoning for Lou Dort, because I just don't think he can be third in the pecking order or second in the pecking order on a night-to-night basis. Like, he needs to, especially with Chet coming back, his shot diet is going to have to change. And the truth about Dort compared to these other guys is that he is just way more aggressive than everybody else outside of Shea when it comes to taking shots. And he's going to have to figure out a way to dial that back. And Mark has talked about that he needs to dial Dort back, and he needs to get J-Dub to take more shots. And eventually I think that will flip, where it is Shea, J-Dub, Chet are taking the most shots on the team. But taking that aggressiveness, like, you can't just take that aggressiveness out of Lou Dort. Like, that's just, he just is. And so I think it's going to be an interesting process, but they're eventually going to need him to just be like corner three, attack a closeout, finish in transition, you know?
It's like Dort's shots per game, especially next year. If he's starting, it should be like maybe 8 or 9 shots over a whole game.
Yeah, probably so.
You know, and last night wasn't like that egregious. I mean, Dort, J-Dub, and Giddey all had 11,
which is fine, but you'd rather. I know where he's coming from.
Yeah,
because like you would rather see J-Dub take 15 and have Dort take less, and even have Giddey take a couple less.
And a lot of times it's, when are these shots being taken in the game too? Because that fourth quarter, was like, especially comparing it to the fourth quarter in the Nets game, it's like that was 2 different teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that it is development, and because like I know Giddey can have some tough offensive games, but he still is developing. Like, he's really the youngest guy in the rotation outside of Usman Jang. And he's got a long runway and has got a lot to figure out, and they're going to give him opportunities. And the Dort thing, I think you can clearly see where his path is heading as an NBA player, which is I think he's going to be in the NBA for a really long time. And he's going to be a great point of attack defender and a guy that can get hot from time to time like he did against the Nets. But he's going to have to dial it back. Giddey, we still just don't know. You know, he's had Giddey has had a really good and really underrated season. And I think that because of J-Dub, people don't recognize the type of season that he's had. And I think people have been unfair to him for most of the season, just because his game is so unusual. But I mean, you look at this year compared to last. I mean, he was 12 points last year as a rookie, 16. He's the second leading scorer on the team, by the way.
That's pretty crazy.
From 12 to 16. Rebounds are about the same. Assists are about the same. You know, he was 70% from the free throw line last year, 75 this year. He was 49% from 2 last year, 52% this year. He was 26% from 3 last year, 32% this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 48% overall from the field compared to 41 last year. The dude has improved a ton.
Yeah.
And has had a good season. I mean, he's 16, 8, and 6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yet we still refuse to give him the respect that he deserves as he's been consistently the second best player on this team all year.
Let's give him his E-props.
He deserves some E-props.
I'm giving him 2.
And it's difficult. I'm giving him 2. It's difficult because it's easier, like I said earlier, it's easier to see J-Dub becoming that star. And it's harder to see Giddey figuring that out. But it's still very possible that the Thunder just kind of stack really good young players one on top of the other. I get the Dort thing. The Giddey thing I'm not quite on board with as of today.
Yeah.
Just because I think that Giddey, one, he's had an underrated season, and 2, he still has a pretty high ceiling.
Totally.
Taylor, do you know what E-props are?
No.
That's what you would give someone on Zanga if you liked their post.
Yeah.
You'd give them E-props.
Did you have a Zanga?
I never had Zanga.
We did.
I had
Back in the day.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day. All right, our next Twitter question comes from @Alex_Bullerjack, who wants to know, boneless or traditional, what's your sauce, and blue cheese or ranch?
Boneless every time. Not every time, but boneless. So I wanted to take that.
I've just made the transition to traditional.
Yeah.
Oh, traditional for sure.
It's better.
Okay,
For sure.
where are
They're
we?
so much better.
Where are we talking? Because it definitely depends on.
I'm talking
where you're
at
getting
either where I get wings, which is either Mazio's or Buffalo Wild Wings. That's what I'm talking about.
To me, it doesn't matter where. It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
I just don't like the messiness of the traditional.
You just gotta-
Sometimes I just want to use a fork, and I want to get
You're
the
missing.
sauce.
You're totally missing out.
You need to.
Traditional's very good.
Traditional is
I
amazing.
get it. Also, the price of traditional sometimes makes me choose boneless.
They're both pretty the same price.
Yeah, they're pretty
They're not
comparable.
really.
Yeah.
You can get more. See, when I think of traditional,
It's because they're
and
chicken
boneless,
nuggets.
huh?
It's because you're just buying chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm wasting. I can't eat the bones of traditional. It's like if I'm
You're
gonna
not-
spend that much money, and I can't even eat a third of the thing.
You're saying you want to eat the bones?
I would like to eat the bones. If I could process the bones, I'd probably get traditional more. But I don't feel like it's as economical as going boneless.
You like you like boneless wings just for the economics.
I like boneless wings because they're
Here's the
boneless.
Here's the thing. He hates to waste time at the dinner table. So I'm eating, but look at all this wasted bones that I'm wasting my time on.
It's like
You would have been a horrible caveman.
yeah. I mean,
You couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't.
Nothing's
do it.
boneless.
It's all bones.
It's all bones.
That's right.
Dinosaurs had bigger meats.
I've
They had more meat.
I've seen Flintstones. I know what you're talking about.
True.
Sauce. I can't get very hot with my sauces.
Oh,
you guys hot sauce guys?
You
Yeah, I like hot
winky.
sauce.
I can't get past about the first third of the sauce menu. I can't get past that. It's too hot.
Yeah.
Really?
I get sweaty.
You're talking about
I'm also still talking about Buffalo Wild Wings.
okay, because that's the thing. is it depends on where you're going, right?
Where else
Okay,
are
where are
Because
you
sometimes
going?
if I'm
Where
going
else
to
are you going? Wingstop? Where are you going?
yeah, Wingstop.
Wingstop's
Definitely.
good. Yeah.
Wingstop is
I
really
go
good.
there. I've been. It's good.
But like Wingstop, I might be getting tenders because I can sauce up those tenders, and those are
Ugh.
good tenders.
Yeah,
And it's a
you're
lot
such
more
a weird
meat,
guy.
Ugh.
a lot more there, a lot
Ugh.
more substance.
Yeah, blue cheese or ranch?
Ranch.
Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah, blue cheese has to be like the best blue cheese.
I don't mind if I have it. And if it's there and that's all I have, I don't mind it.
You like a mango habanero?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I
basically
like that.
everything from there. If
Yeah.
I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings, what I'm getting is the spicy garlic. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Parmesan garlic is always very good. I don't know what it's called now, but there used to be a sauce called Asian Zing that was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's called that anymore. It might be.
I think it still is.
Okay. Well, then I'm getting that.
However, I
however,
can't
it's
guarantee that.
Nashville hot? Yeah, Asian Zing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be that's
And they got so many sauces at Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's so
that's why
many
we're
sauces.
not
I
talking
haven't-
right
the
now.
lemon pepper seasoning. It's a dry sauce. It's like a rub.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good.
At Buffalo, yeah, it's good, but it's way better at Wingstop.
Wingstop is
good there, too.
is better.
Yeah.
I agree. Fries. The fries at Wingstop.
The
are good.
fries are amazing.
Yeah.
The honey mustard at Wingstop is the best honey mustard I've ever had in my
Wow.
life.
Wow. Okay.
I would drink it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that.
I'd use it to get the bones down.
Just crunch the bones.
Kate's like, "What are you doing? We're on a budget."
It reminds me of my 8-year-old son will eat an apple, eat the whole apple except for the stem. Eats
The core?
Oh.
Eats the whole core.
And the seeds.
I was taking him to a birthday party the other day, and I was just eating an apple in the car, and I was done with it. I had just
Mhm.
the core was left. He was like, "Give me that."
No way.
And
He just ate it.
He ate the whole core and just was holding the stem and just like staring at me. It's like, wow,
Which
Psycho.
one was this? I know which one it
psycho
was.
behavior, Archie.
I knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's Archie
knew
behavior.
it.
it's definitely Archie behavior.
I
It was.
knew it.
I was dying laughing.
That's
I was like, "What are you doing?"
What the
He's
hell?
like, "You have so much of the apple left."
See, that's the way you should think about food.
Yeah, he said, "There's way too much of that apple left."
Yeah,
That's
you don't want to
gross.
waste.
He did not want to waste any of that apple.
All right,
So
let's
funny.
go to our next Twitter question. It comes from @Mo Saunders, who wants to know: did the Suns game without SGA and J-Dub highlight the lack of depth Thunder have in shot creators? If so, does this give you any reason to be more interested in someone like Nick Smith or Keontae George over a more prototypical Thunder player like Anthony Black? There's no L there. George. I swear there was an L at the end of there. Jorgle.
No, I mean, honestly, if the Thunder don't have Shea or J-Dub out there, things aren't going to be great.
Yeah.
And I mean, could they use another shot creator? Like every team could use another shot creator. I think that Giddey will get better at that. But honestly, you bring Chet in, he would help quite a bit. If you just had Giddey and Chet and guys surrounding them, you have a better chance. But honestly, if you're trying to find takeaways from that Phoenix game, like you could stop now because Phoenix played really well. The Thunder played really poorly, and they were missing two of their best three players. So I just don't read a whole lot into a game like that.
You can't build a team like you can't just get as many shot creators as you can on a team because it's not going to work. You do want 2 to 3 shot creators, and those 2 to 3 guys are running your offense. You need role players.
Yeah.
You have to have guys that aren't shot creators and aren't just needing the ball in their hands.
Yeah. I mean, Presti said it when he said less pattern, more rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And he means that. Like, he's creating a team that will be that. And we saw it a little bit against Brooklyn, especially in the third quarter when they made that huge run. And a lot of like Dort was hitting crazy shots, but that's not necessarily part of the rhythm part. Is just the way that they can just flow together, and that's why a guy like Anthony Black makes a ton more sense than
Jorgel.
Nick Smith or Jorgel, because like he just, if you watch him play, yesterday in the NCAA tournament, like he just can kind of flow within the offense. He gets to the free throw line, he drives, he passes. He's 6'7", so he can play multiple positions. I mean, to me, he makes a ton more sense. Where Keontae George is like probably 6'3", and just like a scorer. He can be an off-ball scorer, but I mean, he would basically you'd just be saying like, yeah, Trey Man's not going to work. And Trey played well last night. I give Trey credit. He hadn't played in a few games, and he actually showed some stuff last night. But I like Keontae a lot. I would be surprised if he was a pick by the Thunder. Same with Nick Smith, just because of the passing stuff with Nick. But I just wouldn't take anything away from that Suns game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you look at any other team and you take away their two best shot creators.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, okay, go to Boston, right? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum aren't playing, and then you're like, who's going to step up and be those guys?
Yeah.
It's like you want Marcus Smart now, just trying to create all these
Derek
shots.
White, Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon. Like it doesn't. That's not how you build a team.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a whole lot away from it. That's all.
Hey guys, our last Twitter question comes from @SethAdams74, who wants to know: did humans used to live amongst dinosaurs like we live amongst deer? My fiance wants to know. The dinosaurs are us and we're the deer. I think.
I was gonna say
that's what I
think. The dinosaurs are us and we're the deer.
Yeah.
Like we live amongst deer.
Yeah.
Did humans live amongst dinosaurs like we live amongst deer?
Here's my hot take. Yes, we did. There was no question I was more into than this question when I was in first grade.
Yeah.
I would ask adults this all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because I believed it. I think it was true, and I still do. I did not get a satisfactory
like you wake
answer.
up and there's a herd of brontosauruses walking outside your cave.
No.
Oh.
The dinosaur would wake up and they'd see a herd of humans, but they'd be like, oh, humans, but the humans would be like, huh, and then run off because they're scared. Because we're the deer.
Humans are living in the shadows.
Humans are living in the shadows. Yep. Dinosaurs rule the earth.
Yeah. I don't think it like lined up that way, really.
How did they survive? Whatever the dinosaurs couldn't.
Well, I don't think that they're like I don't think that like cavemen.
That's why, because they were in caves. Asteroids hit the earth. Hot magma on the dinosaurs.
I think they're two different timelines.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Then your answer is no.
Well, unfortunately, yes. Well, crocodiles are dinosaurs.
They're scary.
They are scary. My Nora's really into dinosaurs right now, and she's trying to understand, like, okay, so dinosaurs aren't real. And I'll be like, well, they used to be real. I mean, they are real, but they're dead. They're gone. They're extinct.
Yeah.
And she's like, what does that mean? And it's a hard thing to explain.
What is?
And then she's like,
what is death?
What is death?
And then I'll be like, well, crocodiles are dinosaurs. And she's like, wow, those are scary. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see.
It's a hard thing to
see. I think you're wrong.
teach.
Crocodiles are not dinosaurs.
They are.
They're lizards.
No, they are the oldest. How do I say this?
I don't know.
They were dinosaurs.
That's not correct.
It is correct.
No.
It is correct.
No, they're lizards.
Scientists, just get in Andrew's chat right now so you can tell.
We have zero scientists right
Here's
now.
the thing. Older than your thing's wrong, because older than alligators and crocodiles, turtles.
Turtles, yeah.
Turtles are older, and they're not reptiles, are they? They're not amphibians. I don't know.
They can go in the water.
I know, but is that what that means?
Listen to this.
Oh
While they may
God,
look like
come.
lizards, crocs are more closely related to dinosaurs,
But they're not. They're closely related. They are not dinosaurs,
including modern birds. Modern birds are dinosaurs.
Birds
Everyone
are
needs a
dinosaurs.
smile. Says birds are dinosaurs.
Birds are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
FYI.
That's true. Hey guys, are you miffed? And are you miffed?
Miffed and peeved.
Are you guys murphed and perfed?
I'm really not. I'm fine.
Fine and dandy.
I'm fine and dandy.
Taylor?
I'm single dadding over the next 4 days.
Wow.
Oh man. Oh man.
that's
You're gonna
so
come back next week and pull all your hair out.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
it's gonna
bald.
all gone.
Wow.
Well, is it still there?
It's gone.
It's still there, but it is receding quickly.
Is
I'll
it?
tell you that? Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
going, you're driving insane, little kids. My little kids.
So right now I'm trying to schedule things so I can break my day up.
Yeah.
Because that really the part that makes it hard is if it's like with little kids, it's hard to get them out of the house when you're just you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how do you corral them? How do you wrangle them up? They're not good at listening yet. So now I'm like trying to schedule things in my day so we can have little events and activities between nap times and all this stuff. Because that's part of it too, is scheduling with
Yeah.
a baby.
Totally.
They sleep like
Yeah, you got to plan the naps out, man.
you got to plan everything out.
Yeah.
So it's good. I've done it already with the 2. I did it a couple months ago. So I'm feeling confident.
Yeah.
Right. But it's
Yeah.
like, I'm working myself up. I'm mentally
Yeah.
preparing.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Yeah, I'm reaching the stage where like we can do fun things.
Yeah.
Like with my kids. We went to Six Flags
Mm.
this past week.
You
So
did?
It's an absolute blast.
You ride a roller
In
coaster?
Texas?
You ride a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Which one? Judge Roy Scream?
No, we did the Titan.
I like Judge Roy Scream a lot.
Yeah, Judge Roy Scream is cool.
The Titan. I don't like roller coasters.
Any of them.
I just don't like them.
What
I
do
thought
they
I
scare
thought
you?
I was scared of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So last time I go to Six Flags, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm scared of them. I don't know if I'm scared of them or if I just don't like them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make myself go on everything. So I made myself go on everything, including Titan.
Yeah.
It turns out he's scared.
He's scared.
Turns
Turns
out-
out he's horrified.
I just don't think I like them because I'm scared of them. I can't enjoy them. When I was on it, I did it. I just didn't enjoy it. And maybe it's because I was nervous the whole time.
because you were scared.
Yeah, maybe I'm scared.
Do you scream?
I was like, more internal.
What do you
scream.
like when you're going to the thing? What do
Yeah,
you like?
what kind of rides do you like?
I don't like going to amusement parks for that reason. I love water parks.
Yeah.
Everything on a water park.
We went to a water park too. There was a slide, one of the highest slides there that has
Yeah.
the little floor that drops out.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Those are terrifying.
They're so scary.
So
are.
scary. They close it and they're like, "Are you ready?" You're like, "Yep." And they're like, there's like this like voice in there.
Yeah.
It's like 3, 2, 1, and you're still just not ready for it, and it just drops out. They tell you to cross your legs and your arms.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, how do you just
No,
do
I
that?
Because but I did that too. But then when the floor drops out, your like natural inclination is to you're falling
Yeah.
is what happens. You are actually just falling. And like immediately I just like turn into like a starfish, just like trying to like
You know what?
stop myself from falling.
You know what? What you have to say when you do that?
Hmm.
The goofy when he falls.
Wow.
Wahoo-hooey.
Wow, hoo-hoo-wee. Hope you guys enjoy the Thunder don't play again until Sunday. So should be a very interesting afternoon game. Shay actually said, because he wasn't traveling to Phoenix a few weeks ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago, that he had this one circled.
Whoa.
So we'll see.
Calling his shot.
He's calling his shot. So it should be a very interesting one.
Circle game.
Very interesting stretch for the Thunder. You guys have a great weekend, and we will talk to you guys again on Monday.
I wish he circled every game.
Yeah, we should circle every game, Shay.